What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rhino Review Stuff. I'm Rhino and I review stuff. And the stuff I've got to review today is the LaserPecker 4 from LaserPecker. I have reviewed in the past LaserPecker number 1 and LaserPecker number 2. I skipped number 3 because all it did was add in the whole metal functionality, and I went straight for number 4. Plus they came out really close to each other. So yeah, let's roll some footage that I recorded on a live stream, and then I will come back to you with all of the nifty little things that I've put together. A slightly smaller box within the bigger box. This one does have their LaserPecker thing on it. There's a little bird here in the corner. And yeah, that's what the LaserPecker 4 is supposed to look like. Dual laser engraver for almost all material. I can't wait. Get that cup out of the way there so I don't spill it on anything. So what do we got here? Materials, laser source. Ooh, nice. A little bit of a material pack recommended settings page. Good. Wait a minute. That looks like it's a bottle opener. Interesting. I don't think I got a bottle opener with mine. I do got some wood stuff. Alright, so looks like we've got the metal base here. Here's the rubber feet, so this part's obviously the side that goes down. And that's the side that goes up. And you plug it in right there with some screws, which I'm thinking we'll probably find here in a moment. Oh my goodness. This is huge. This is gargantuan compared to the LaserPecker 2. I didn't get a LaserPecker 3. They came out so quickly after each other that I didn't have enough money to go boom, 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 and wow. Look at that thing. That is crazy big. Let's set it gently on its side. I didn't get everything out of here. I'm going to go back and get some of that stuff. Looks like this part of the base here, this is removable and replaceable, so that's good. This right here appears to be the arm. So yeah, rides up and down on that. This thing is electronic. Looks like we got some routing there for some cables. Down button, up button. I'm not sure which one does which yet. And yeah, that screws on something. There's the USB-C port to get the power to it. We got the AC cord. Plug it into the wall. Got the fancy glasses here. Wonder what color they're going to be for the LaserPecker 4. I think I've got a green pair and an orange pair back there. So yeah, looks like we got some orange glasses here. As always, they are very stylish. These ones fit really, really well. So even on my gigantic head, they do cover things up, and I cannot see any light leaking in through my sides here, so safety first. Here is the power brick. So, yep, I'll just tear that box right open. I don't intend to return this thing anyways. Power brick. Colorful little cover with USB-C, or USB-A, I'm surprised, USB-A, to get the fan on here working. So yes, it actually has a fan built in. That's nice. Very shiny, very round. You know, I understand it can do different shapes, but it does mainly like square, rectangle. Interesting choice. We got wood, and it looks like some more business cards. Happy wood. 3 little pieces of wood. And 1, 2, 3 pieces of anodized aluminum to use as business cards. So looks like we got mounting screws, probably to hold this thing in place. Got a couple of brackets. Nice. These things hold the brackets into place. Excellent. I was hoping that it had some sort of solution like that. Two USB-C to USB-A or vice versa. I believe these are probably just for power. Maybe this long one here is the one that you use to connect to the computer, but it did say it has a Bluetooth dongle. We got a user manual, and I'll definitely need to look through this. Wow, and it is all in one language. Got a couple of QR codes there. I already have the app on my phone, but I've got like 4 different apps. So hopefully the latest one that I downloaded a couple of days back is going to be the one that's going to work. Either way, I think they might all work together. probably much like the previous version, the LaserPecker 2. When I used the software on the computer, it was much better than the software that you use on the phone. Android is the way to go if you're using a phone. If you have iOS, invest in downloading it onto a PC instead. Get this part plugged in right there. So yeah, check out the I/O a little bit. So 5 volt 3 amp, 5 volt 3 amp, no 5 volt 2 amp. And that one there I swear says 3 amp. 5 volt 3 amp, 5 volt 2 amp. And of course DC input there. So got the manual here. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I know that there is a plastic sheet right here. Definitely need to take this off. Slap that right there. I've got the app already. Let's see if I can connect through the app real quick. So yeah, there's 4 apps that are on the App Store. Like I said, I have not actually looked at the QR code here. But LaserPecker, the LaserBird, LaserPecker 2, that's the beta version that I was using with the LaserPecker 2. And then this is their new software, and yeah, it's even got the new logo. So this is probably the most current one, probably the one that's going to be actually in here. Connect to your LaserPecker. Click here. Yes, please. There it is, LP4. And I'm now officially connected. My youngest kid, MDJ2K13, wanted Planet Express, so I'm going to keep Planet Express. Click on Preview here. Looks good to me. I know exactly what that is. Oh my gosh. There's a cap on here, guys. In the instructions, it did not say that there was a plastic cap. I'm shook. Let's see how it do. It's working. Okay. It's actually working that time. I'm gonna get some video of it from this angle. Check that thing out. So yeah, the little knot was right there in the middle of the S. Look at that. Boy, that thing is just puffing smoke everywhere. $99 and 100%. Doing the last rows now. Okay. Wow. So there's really not much to say about the LaserPecker 4 that you can't tell from the video. It's spectacular. It does everything I could possibly want it to do. I am very much enjoying myself with it. I have had a lot of really good things, and I've had a number of failures. The settings just are kind of wishy-washy when it comes to the phone app. I definitely recommend using Lightburn. You get much better results and much better control. You also are able to do a lot more using Lightburn than you are with the app. Also, the LaserPecker app that comes for Windows and Mac is also pretty good. So much better than the one that comes for the phones. If you use an Apple device, just don't even try. The app on the Apple device sucks. That's all there is to that. The one on Android is marginally better, but the one on the computer is significantly better. And Lightburn, of course, is the best of all. You do have to go through a whole rigmarole, and I will try to leave a link down there to how to get Lightburn to connect up with the LaserPecker 4. Of course, that means you will be using your laptop or computer or whatever outside because, gosh, this thing creates a lot of smoke. So let's check out some of my wins and a couple of my losses here. Now, even though this thing actually looks really cool, I would consider this one a failure. It was supposed to have actually completely wiped off the material, but I used the wrong laser on it, and yeah, this is the results on one of those metal business cards with the coating over the aluminum. It does look really cool, I will admit that. So yeah, I'm not throwing this away. It's a keeper, just not what I wanted it to be. Another failure, you can kind of see my signature there. It didn't show up as deeply as I would like it to. When you rub your fingers over it, you can actually feel that it is engraved in there, but maybe this just isn't the right type of stone for it. This is just plain old sandstone. But yeah, kind of got my name there. So here's a win. This one right here, stainless steel flask. This thing is ancient. And yeah, it already has some patina on it. You can see there, it rubbed off all of that patina, and it did go into the steel, and it just looks really good. Be yourself unless you suck. So, perfect thing to put here on a flask, right? Motivational. Did a couple of knives. I got my son's knife here, and I got my knife here. Let's check his out, right here on the blade. It says, stay weird. Stay weird. So it did go easily through that coating. It's very nice and deep, and it just looks really, really nice. I kind of like that. Did a great job on the blade. On mine, however, I didn't do the blade. I went ahead and just used the wood, and I put my name on it, and I really like how that turned out. It appears to be like super thick and deeply burned when you're looking at it from straight on, but from the right angle you can see that those aren't actually touching. With a little bit more polish here, I could probably get that to look a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in just a smidge more. Well, I guess I'll hold it up here. Check that out. It's even got my little skull. I love this. Oh yeah, got my nice little, got my knife blade. Got my name on it. Nobody's going to get confused and think this is theirs. Moving on to another failure. You can kind of see what I was going for with this one. You can kind of see Darth Vader there. There are actual layers in this. Unfortunately, this material here, instead of actually showing layers, it just kind of ate it up. And when I tried to wash it off, you can see here, it just took out big chunks of it. So this one was a failure. It was going to be a Darth Vader coaster. I was under the impression this was a much different type of material, but it's very much, you know, like pumice stone, this type of thing you would rub on your feet to get your calluses off. So yeah, it's a failure, but you can still see some of that really fine line work there. It did a really good job in the details. Unfortunately, this type of material just isn't something you should engrave. And now I know that. Got another win here. Silly goose time. Got a keychain for my son. And I got the two best silly geese in the world, Beavis and Butthead. First try with leather. Actually, this is my second try with leather. The first try with leather, I had it way too high and it just burned all the way through and it caught fire and I had to go. But this is the second try. I would love to use this, but as you can see, the image itself was off center. So even though I had the whole thing centered perfectly here, it was off center because that's how the image was. So be careful what images you're using or you're going to end up with stuff like that. A little bit of a bookmark here. Yep. This one right here, it for some reason didn't start cutting in until halfway through. So yeah, there's Spock. It's kind of nice. I might get the scissors out and chop that part off and chop the bottom part off. Yeah, nice little dithering of Spock. Just trying out with some regular wood, got more silly goose time there. I love how deep this goes. If you guys were watching the live stream, you already saw my Planet Express one, and it came out wonderful, but it filled this whole room with smoke. My third try with leather here, I will be cutting this out, and this will be going on something. I'm not sure what it's going to be going on, but I love how clean and neat this is. Might just wrap it around my wallet. I don't know. Another big win, engraved on this stainless steel keychain, got the Subaru logo. You can feel it as you rub your fingers over it. It did engrave very nicely. It says Vanna right there in cursive because my car's name is Vanna. It's a white car. And on this side, I engraved the Subaru logo into the leather. And I think it looks very special, looks very swell. It is exactly what I wanted, so now I've got a custom keychain for my little car. Last but not least, this one right here was my first test print on coins. And yeah, you can see it, it came out looking okay, but it didn't actually get centered or anything, so then I tweaked my settings and I really paid close attention. And then I got myself on a little coin there. And other than the weird little divots in the face, I think it came out pretty good. I will be trying to do more coins. I've got a whole stack of them out there to try. So the silver ones work pretty well. Brass ones, I'm still trying to figure out. So my final thoughts here for the LaserPecker 4. Get it. If you are going to be doing a lot of projects and you're going to be selling them and making some money, you can make your money back very quickly. Especially since you can use this on actual metal, you can use this on stone, you can use this on all sorts of materials. You're going to make your money back. So just do it. I have zero complaints with it, especially when you pair this with actual software. Really, that's the only downside is the phone software, especially the iOS app. That one just is garbage. The Android version is much better, but when you pair it with a computer version of the software, you can get a lot of stuff done. And it's got all of the settings there. Using Lightburn is a breeze. Definitely recommend getting it hooked up with Lightburn. And yeah, it just works. There are no complaints from me. In the future, I would like to get the rotary attachment, but I do have the rotary attachment for my LaserPecker 2, which is up on the shelf right like there-ish. But yeah, I will leave a link down there in the description. So like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!